Chocolate's not just getting smaller, it's getting worse. Less cacao, more fillers, smaller bars, and higher prices. This is the shittification of our chocolate. Now, shittification is something we all recognize. What happens is a big corporation takes over a beloved brand. In the case of Cadbury, a brand that we all love, the taste of Christmas, the taste of Easter. But what do? Well, they think they want to make more money from the brand, so they take it, they make it worse. And there's no way better of seeing that than in the shrinkflation of our products. Now, the reason they do this, of course, is to make the bars the same price, so they engineer it at the same price, but they give you less. But the problem with that, it's not working anymore because they're now charging us more. You pay more, you get less. For instance, I bet you didn't know this bar used to be 140 grams and now it's 95 grams. And they're banking that you didn't realize. So yes, you're paying more and you think it's the same chocolate bar. You're paying more for less, a lot less. And it's even more clever than that. It's not just making the bar size smaller, it's actually making all the squares a different shape. Do you know it's a bit more rounded now? That means they save themselves the chocolate, which would be filling the corners, making their bar a lot lighter. You think it's the same size, it's not. Have you noticed how chocolate's becoming way sweeter? Now, don't get me wrong, sugar has always been in chocolate, but the corporations have decided to make it better for their profits to put more of this stuff in the chocolate. Now, the question is, why are they doing it? Well, there's two reasons. Firstly, the sweetness makes you want it even more, so you keep coming back for it. And secondly, this is cheap. This is replacing cacao, the real ingredient in chocolate. Most people under the age of 40 don't know what chocolate even tastes like. They're used to eating a sugar bar with chocolate flavour infused in it. Real chocolate shouldn't taste this sweet. And do you notice, while I'm on this point, it tastes a bit different in other ways too. Have you noticed the texture? A bit more oily than it used to be? That brings me to my next point. Palm oil and other fillers, way cheaper to use than the real deal, which is cocoa butter. Now, palm oil, you've probably heard about the last few years. It's been in the press quite a lot. There's only one reason palm oil would ever be in a chocolate bar. No, it's not for the taste. It's not for the nutritional value. It's literally there because it's cheap oil, rather than using cocoa butter. Now, there's a huge difference in these two. Not just terms in flavour, but also tempering. We temper chocolate as chocolate makers, and it's that kind of structure of the chocolate bar that gives it the lovely snap, that gives it the lovely flavour. It gives it that melt in the mouth experience, whereas this stuff is just a nasty oil. And that's why the mouthfeel in chocolate is so different these days, because these cheap oils and fillers were replacing cocoa butter. This nowadays is about £1.90 for a litre, and this until recently is just under £30 a litre. So you can see quite obviously why they'd want to use this and not this. But it's even worse than that because they also use emulsifiers. And our emulsifiers like soy lecithin are added to your chocolate bar to make it work better in their machines. Nothing to do with flavour, nothing to do with health, nothing about you as the end consumer. It's all there to help them pump it through pipes and lots of machinery. This is the ultra processed end of the chocolate market, which I completely reject. This is all done just to make profit. Now here's the clever part, and this is where the big companies use your psychology to work against you. If they put the price up overnight, you're gonna definitely notice, but no one notices when you make a bar 110 grams to 100 grams. And that is the genius and the deception of shrinkflation. Another thing they do is they change the ingredients very slowly so that you don't notice. So yes, it might taste slightly different this year to last, but can you really remember what it tasted like 10 years ago? They're banking you won't remember. Now don't get me wrong, businesses have to be profitable, but I think it's just a matter of fairness. We all feel like we're being ripped off. If the companies were just a bit more honest, told us they have changed their ingredients, told us that they're making the bar smaller, you probably wouldn't mind. And this is where the transparency's gone, and this is where I'm fighting against the industry to bring transparency back. And this is where our small craft chocolate makers are different. We're a small family business and we want to be completely open and transparent about everything we do. Yes, occasionally we have to put our prices up, like when our ingredients go rocketing up, but we always make sure we tell in advance. And in terms of the ingredients, we don't scrimp, we don't save. We use all the best quality ingredients we can, including organic, sustainable cacao and sweeteners that won't spike your blood sugar, because we focus on quality, not profit at the price of your health. So the next time you're buying chocolate, don't just look at the price, look at the weight as well. You might be getting way less than what you used to pay for a few years ago. So have you noticed your favourite chocolate bars shrinking, not quite tasting the same, a bit sweeter than they used to be? If so, leave me a comment below. And if you want something different, try ours. And don't forget to like and subscribe.